Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for the next episode of Lost. So we finished episode 6, everyone, on a big cliffhanger, a bigger cliffhanger than the typical Lost episode. Often we're left with a big new mystery or a reveal, but a proper cliffhanger, not so frequently. But we have one here. Jack has done something to Ben in surgery, where if he does nothing at this point, Ben's gonna die within the next hour or so. He's forced the other's hand. He's spoken to Kate and Sawyer just before Sawyer was about to be executed by Danny, and now it appears that Kate and Sawyer are going to be able to run to safety, basically. At least that's Jack's intent. Jack, last episode, Kate and Sawyer, they finally hooked up. Jack saw it. You thought maybe he'd have given up, and we were sort of led to believe that he had given up, that he just sort of succumbed, and he was going to do Ben's surgery like a good soldier, or maybe he was going to be cooperating with Juliet and accidentally kill Ben on the operating table. Instead, he went for option C, which is taking control of the situation, breaking his fellow survivors out. And what's his plan from here? Kate doesn't want to leave without Jack. Jack's insisting that she run. So yeah, I feel we're going to be jumping right back into it. What else? What else happened? We buried Mr. Echo out near the plane where he was killed by the smoke monster. Yeah, the smoke monster has been sort of revitalized as a threat. Yes, it killed the pilot way back in the pilot, but since then it's been more of a mystery than a danger. We've had two characters have very interesting encounters with it. First, Locke in season 1, where we don't know what happened, and then Echo in season 2, where we got a better sense that maybe the smoke monster was somehow communicating with him, maybe showing Echo bits of his past, and it certainly felt like in episode 5, I think it was, when Echo was making his own way while injured to the plane, he was having these visions, and maybe those visions were created or at least enhanced by the smoke monster's presence, because we know the smoke monster was sort of near Echo a lot of that time. So yeah, we still don't know what the smoke monster is. We don't know if it's associated or affiliated with the others in any way. We don't know if it's a remnant of the Dharma Initiative. Heck, we don't know whether the others are properly a remnant of the Dharma Initiative or not. Or whether the smoke monster's, an ancient thing. Hey, here's something that we haven't spoken about at all since it popped up on our screens back at the end of season 2, is this giant statue of a foot on a remote edge of the island. So was there a previous civilization here? Was there a previous advanced civilization here? Is the smoke monster some sort of remnant of that previous civilization? Who knows? Or is that foot a giant decoy? Nobody knows. The problem is when you can't trust half the characters on the screen and they're working in concert. I'm talking about the others, obviously. You just don't. You can't take anything that they say at face value. I've been returning to this idea over and over and over again this season. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it makes the watching experience much more challenging. Not like I say in a bad way. Just you have to be actively thinking the whole time. There's a lot of shows where you can just sit back and whatever comes at you, you take at face value and you interpret at face value, and you either enjoy or you don't enjoy the show. But on a show like Lost, where things come at you and you have to run them through the filter of, is that true? If it isn't, why are they saying it? What's their motivation? That becomes a much more active viewing process in your mind. And it takes you down some interesting paths. Obviously, not all those paths are the real path. They aren't the real story. The figuring out the story, figuring out the characters is a much longer, more drawn-out process because of that. I'm enjoying the ride. I think most Losties did enjoy the ride the first time, and based on your comments, I think a lot of you are enjoying watching my ride as I watch it all for the first time. But we left on a cliffhanger, so let's stop talking. Let's jump back into it. This is episode 7 of season 3 of Lost, and it's called Not in Portland, and I have no idea what that means either. Well, where are we now? This must be in the past. Because Juliet's in the operating room, am I right? Or are we jumping ahead? Are we going to get a Juliet flashback? Do we get to learn more about her? I'd love that if... Yeah.
Hello.
We're definitely flashing back. Awesome. Who's that? Are we supposed to know?
I fell asleep.
We don't have to keep doing this, you know.
Are you saying that because you don't think it's gonna work?
Who's this?
Or because you're afraid he'll find out?
She's new, I think, right? Presumably about Ben finding out?
Some doctor you are.
Presumably
This is
cancer?
your doctor. I'm doing it as your sister.
Aw.
I don't like you being here alone.
I like living on the beach.
This is Miami, Rachel. Everything's on the beach.
Oh. We're not on the island. So Ethan was there. So Ethan got her sister. Ethan's somehow involved in that backstory.
You remember what I told you on the beach?
But that's why they talked. He said hello like a stranger. Count to 5, let the fear go away.
Kate, damn it, run!
Stop the bleeding and stitch him up.
She's not a surgeon. She can't fix this.
Oh, there's a bit of pent-up rage there.
Let's go!
Run.
Sawyer, let's go! Sawyer!
All right, they're free at
And what the
least.
hell do you suggest we do?
Wait an hour until they walk you in.
You think this is a bluff? I will let him die!
No, Jack, you won't.
Get them back.
Interesting.
If you have to, kill them.
Wow. She's calling his bluff. And is it a bluff? Will Jack let him die? Will his identity as a surgeon let him do that? Is Jack bluffing? What do you guys think? So she hasn't been on the island all that long. So who was the sister afraid of Juliet telling? So she's stealing this test sample for her sister. Oops.
Hello, Juliet.
Hey,
Why exactly are you here?
today's lab work, I inverted some numbers.
And he couldn't wait until the morning. How rude of me. Sherry, this is Juliet, my ex-wife.
Oh. They still work together? Something tells me she's not heartbroken that marriage is over.
Your plan's not gonna work. We're on a smaller island, 2 miles offshore.
Sawyer knows that.
So why don't we see if we can come up with some kind of peaceful resolution?
Is that what you call asking me to kill Ben while on the operating table? Make it look like an accident?
That's ridiculous. Don't let him fool you. He'll never let a patient just die.
Yeah, you can't trust her either, the professional liar. They are stuck on a smaller island, though. How are they going to get off? Can you swim 2 miles? Are they going to discover the submarine? There's a sub. Yeah.
We need a boat. We need some way to get off of this island.
How do they get off this island?
The sub.
Kate?
Well, that was a lucky random shot. Somebody's gonna die. This isn't an episode of A-Team. Or maybe it is. A lot of bad shots so far. This is like Money Heist. How many shots left, Sawyer? I feel like you blew too many rounds there. Yeah. Who was that? Alex?
This way.
Ben said, did Alex ask about me just before he went under surgery? That was interesting.
Come on.
Oh.
Inside.
She's just like her mom.
Did Juliet really ask you to kill him?
Yep.
Yeah. In about 40 minutes, she's gonna get her wish.
Hey, could somebody please get Juliet?
How is he not in insane pain?
Edmund wants to see you in his office.
Do you work here?
I'm the new research assistant.
Of course you are.
Edmund Burke. Is that a philosopher's name too? I feel like it is.
I want in.
In on what?
I know what you're doing, Juliet.
There's two ways this plays out.
Maybe even criminal concerns. But if you collaborate with me, we will win prizes and drink champagne.
I do not like Edmund Burke. I love that we're getting a Juliet flashback, though. This is great. That gives me hope that one day we get a Ben backstory. Even though he spent his entire life on the island, according to him.
Juliet, Ben's asking for you.
Happen to have a tunnel to the main one?
No, but I've got a boat. There's something we need to do first.
Oh, gee.
My boyfriend is being held prisoner.
His name happened to be Carl.
Oh, that's right. Carl. He was in the other cage.
I stopped that surgery.
I know. I should have seen it coming.
I hope she changed her muddy booties. They were really muddy outside.
I'd like to speak to Juliet alone, please, Jack.
Nope.
Please, I'm asking you.
Yeah, you're asking.
One gentleman to another.
Don't do it, Jack.
You've got 3 minutes.
And we're not going to find out what he says? Come on. We're doing this all from Jack's POV?
I'm Tom, by the way.
It's nice when we get these moments like you forget who knows who, like, by their real name. Oh, I need to know what Ben's saying to her. I'm sure they actually scripted it all out, but I love that we're not hearing it.
Put Ben under and finish the surgery. Because I'm going to go help your friends escape.
Okay. Now, is that what Ben told her, or is that her decision?
Middleos Bioscience
on her
is
own?
based in Oregon. We're just outside of Portland. Our people really are this happy. Now, why? Because we're privately funded. Privately funded
Middleos.
means freedom.
I don't really know why you would want me.
Is it true that you successfully impregnated a male field mouse?
I didn't carry to term.
What do you see?
Judging from the decomposition of the endometrium, I would say that the woman was somewhere in her 70s.
Actually, she's 26. We think you're special, Dr. Park. And we want you to lead a team of highly trained people because we think you're just that good.
My ex-husband wouldn't let me. He doesn't want me to have anything. He would never give the okay.
It's something that he would respond to.
If you were hit by a bus, how about that? That would work.
Oh no. Did that little throwaway actually get Edmund killed?
Sorry, but I wasted your time. Whatever you think I am, I'm not. I'm not a leader, Mr. Albert.
She's very good at taking orders. She always has been. Now, is she doing this because Ben told her to, or is she doing this despite what Ben said? Oh. Alex is a wild card she wasn't counting on. Great book.
Girl's gotta be in there. You know the guard? His name's Aldo.
Aldo Raines. Maybe he led a ragtag group of Jewish soldiers in World War II. I don't know.
They must have gone out of their cages. I caught them in the jungle.
Alex, you're not supposed to be here. If your dad finds out, he's gonna kill
My
you.
dad was the one who told me to bring them here. To you.
Whoa. Her dad. Okay, is Ben her dad? Is Ben her dad?
Listen, I got Alex here. She's got Austin and Ford with her.
The old Wookiee prisoner gag.
Where's Carl?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shoot him in the knee.
We don't have time for this. I'll do it.
Whoa, whoa, okay, all right. He's at the end of the hall, room 23.
23.
Damn good con, Freckles. I
Okay.
almost believe you're gonna shoot that boy.
She was
It wasn't a
gonna.
con.
Yeah. Okay, now, is Alex Danielle's daughter, or is she Ben's daughter, or is she Ben and Danielle's daughter? Oh my god. How Clockwork Orange is this? What on everything changes? This is so Clockwork Orange. I'm gonna say don't pay too much attention to the screen. Oh my god, we are the causes of our own suffering. Don't pay too much attention to it. God loves you and he loved Jacob? I'll have to flash back to that. Think about your life. Yeah. Okay, room 23 is a nightmare horror-scape.
Look, we got your boyfriend back. Now where's your damn boat?
Yeah, get the boat. Get the boat.
We're letting him go.
Letting him go?
Ben gave the order.
Ben's in surgery. I was just
He woke
there.
up.
I know Ben would rather die than let them go.
Was that part of her plan?
How was the interview?
It's not for me.
Joe, you didn't say no because of me.
No, why would I want to go all the way to Portland for research that doesn't even work?
Because it does work.
Is she pregnant?
I'm pregnant. I didn't want to tell you till I was sure.
That's the same pregnancy test manufactured by Penny's father's company, right? Who's the father? Does it matter? Probably.
God, now I
Everything
just need to get
matters.
help.
Because you're insufferable and you're mean. Well, you asked me for the truth, Mom, and that's
Ed!
He's telling his mother that?
It worked. Rachel's pregnant.
Julia, that's... Wow. I need to see your labs. We'll have to verify the data if we're gonna...
No, it's my sister.
Fine, then. If you're not interested, why are you concerned?
Whoa! That was literally out of nowhere. She said he should get hit by a bus, and he got hit by a bus, and... Does she have Walt-like powers?
I just don't like blood too much.
And you probably won't want to be looking at that.
Jack's a bit of a dick.
Ever since the sky turned purple.
Uh-oh.
Nicked an artery.
Isn't that what you already did?
Yeah, well, that was on purpose. You got it.
4 people on an outrigger.
So, you're the boss's daughter, huh?
I don't... Okay, so does this mean Danielle's story is completely messed up? Like, talk about the unreliable narrator, right?
No! Danny!
Whoa! Goodbye, Danny. So Juliet did that to save Ben, basically.
Get out of here. Let's go. Not you, Alex.
Why?
We both know your father, and the only way he'll let Carl live is if you're here when he wakes up. I'm sorry, Alex.
All right. Interesting revelations.
Wait.
I mean, this is exactly the story that Jack was talking about back in the day. Count to 5.
Jack, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Kate. You okay?
We've got a boat. They're letting us go.
Who's letting you go?
The blonde woman.
If you're safe, tell me.
You were doing surgery on a girl, and you messed up. And you said the fear was so real. And you didn't know what to do.
And you counted to 5.
So you counted to 5. And then you weren't afraid anymore. And then it was just gone. And you fixed her. You saved her.
Everybody else is hearing that story for the first time.
I need you to make me a promise, Kate.
Jack?
Promise me that you'll never come back here from me.
Jack fixed it. All right. Well, Kate and Sawyer are safe. And we have a new... Carl added to the mix. And Edmund Burke got hit by a bus. She wished it on him, and it happened. Just like she wished her sister would get pregnant. And is this when we reveal Ethan? No. What was Ethan doing there at the very beginning? That's what I want to know. How is he involved? Did he get the sister pregnant? Is he the father?
So what now? I just go back to my cell?
Until I figure out what to do with you.
What did he say that made you want to save his life? You owe me an answer.
Doesn't mean you're gonna get one. What big reveal are we gonna have right here?
Tissue?
Thanks.
Yeah. What is Ethan doing here?
Have we met?
Hello, Dr. Berg. I just wanted to express my condolences in person before I went back up to Portland. This is Ethan. He's one of my colleagues. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, so clearly this place in Portland is somehow affiliated with the Dharma Initiative.
I said that I wanted him to get hit by a bus.
You can't blame yourself. I don't even remember you saying that. I know the timing is horrible, but we came because we're that serious about getting you to come work with us.
The offer still stands.
Give us 6 months. If you need to, you'd be back before your sister gives birth.
How do they know that?
How did you know that
Well, we're very thorough in our recruitment process.
Can my sister come?
Won't work. We're pretty remote. She wouldn't have access to the treatment that you need.
You're in Portland.
Well, actually, we're not quite in Portland.
We're actually on an island that no one can find.
I've been on this island for 3 years, Jack. He said that if I let him live,
Then I can go home.
that he would finally let me go home.
It's the same promise he's made Jack. Tons of new reveals in this episode, and I feel like we're finally into the meat of season 3. I know season 3, when it happened, was kind of an odd season in that the first 6 episodes stood alone at the start of the season, like September, October, November, and then they stopped for like 2 months or more. And so you were left on that big cliffhanger of run, Kate, damn it. And you had to wait months and months for the resolution of that, which is what cliffhangers are all about, I suppose, isn't it? And we find out, I missed the name of the company that's in Portland, but not in Portland. But I'll find that out in the edit, and I'll probably do anagrams and whatever else. But clearly, it's somehow associated with the Dharma Initiative and the others. We know Ethan is part of them. So, how long has Ethan been on the island? I feel like Ethan's been on the island longer, but he went to Miami to recruit Juliet. We haven't met the other guy yet, but maybe he's sort of the public face of the Dharma Initiative. So many new things. Alex is apparently Ben's daughter, but we've been led to believe since season 1 that Alex is Danielle's daughter. I mean, like, obviously Danielle's not a reliable storyteller. You know, she's 16 years of solitude will do crazy things to a mind. Could Ben have been her partner from 16 years ago? Maybe, but that doesn't mesh with what Ben's told us about being on the island his entire life. But do you trust anything that Ben said? So you've got a liar narrator on one side and an unreliable narrator on the other, and which one do you believe, or is the truth some third option that we're not even aware of? And, you know, the fact that Juliet is a fertility doctor and a leader in the field, and like she somehow got male field mice pregnant, and she got her sister pregnant. Presumably her sister had, you know, been infertile before or something similar. And of course the Dharma Initiative is interested in that. Of course they want to use that to their own ends. So what Juliet in particular has been doing all that time, who knows? But she's sort of been held against her will, and yet she's been very driven in furthering the others' ends until now. Now, obviously, there was a butting of heads between her and Ben. It was hinted at back in the premiere of this season that they were a couple, recently split, but also, obviously, Juliet wanted Ben to die on the operating table. She thought that was her best option for getting home, until Ben woke up and promised her that if she let Kate and Sawyer escape, if Ben was saved by Jack, then he would let Juliet leave. Now, I don't think that that's actually going to happen, or at least not nearly as simply as it sounds. Ben's always thinking moves ahead. Ben can never be fully trusted. Ben is constantly manipulating everybody around him, even when he's helpless on an operating table just coming out of anesthetic. So, where we go from here, I have no idea, but I love the new revelations of the episode. I almost forgot about room 23 in this other building that we just discovered, where Carl was being kept. I mean, in this like modernized Clockwork Orange type room where the sounds and the visuals and the environment are clearly designed to condition, brainwash, however you want to put it, change, ensure compliance and change personality, and that's never a good thing. That's a terrible idea. But clearly, the Dharma Initiative's never been one for having a high moral standard. Maybe we're slowly starting to learn about what the others and the Dharma Initiative, what their goals are, and whether they're perfectly aligned or not, or I don't know. Like, does the Dharma Initiative fully exist still? It feels like it, especially if they're recruiting just 3 years ago. Are the others just the Dharma Initiative, or is there a schism? What's the relationship there? I'm not 100% sure. I just feel like the others are the current incarnation of the Dharma Initiative, but maybe it's more complex than that. I'm excited for where the rest of season 3 is going, and this episode I feel like is a great way to kick it off. There's just so many new questions, so much new information. Does Juliet have Walt-like powers? Is this coincidence? Is it fate that her husband, Edmund Burke, I'm going to have to Wikipedia him too. I'm pretty sure he was a British philosopher from the past. Certainly a historical figure. I might be just extrapolating philosopher because we've had philosopher names in the past as well. But Edmund Burke, I'll do a quick research there later when I'm doing the edit. Anyway, does Juliet have similar-ish powers? If she puts the thought out there into the universe, does it manifest? If she believes it strongly enough, she really wanted to help her sister get pregnant, and it happened like a miracle. She, in a moment of pain and weakness, wanted her ex-husband dead, and it happened just the way she wished it. She's a fascinating character, isn't she? Like, you just don't know whether you can trust her or not. Can you even believe what she said to Jack at the very end? Like, do we know for a fact that that's what Ben told her? No, but would it be the thing for her to tell Jack, to get Jack on her side, because she knows that's the promise that Jack's been given from Ben? Now maybe Jack thinks of her as another prisoner, someone else being held against their will, and maybe that's what is needed for her to be taken into Jack's confidence. And maybe that's exactly what Ben wants. Maybe he held something else over her head entirely, and that she did it out of fear as opposed to hope. But we'll never know, because that scene was shot brilliantly, and it was all from Jack's perspective, and we never heard a word of the conversation between Ben and Juliet, and it's up to us to imagine and guess. And man, it's just really smart, clever, good storytelling. Do love this show, guys. Do love it. I'm looking forward to the next one. And until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.